thing that's come out today is Gianni Infantino has said that he would like to propose a 10-game ban for any players or officials who are found guilty of racist abuse. I was wondering what your reaction as head of the union would be to that.
Oh, my reaction is one of near satisfaction. You know, one of my greatest points of contention really with the FA and the way that we approach issues of race and racism in this country was that the penalties are just nominal, and also the structure is such that it can be mitigated against, and I think that is wholly inadequate. And then when you move that on to UEFA and FIFA, the way that they have previously sanctioned issues and incidents of racism has just been laughable. You know, the FA have been quite draconian in comparison, even though their approach has been rather lenient. So that has been, you know, one of the things that I've shouted the loudest about. And a minimum 10-game ban, I think, is a fantastic start. That is a deterrent. If you say to any player, you're going to miss 10 games, which could effectively be 3 months of your career, and that could have a drastic impact on your career, you know, on what happens to you in the future. And you don't just want it to have that instantly detrimental effect. You also want it to serve as an opportunity to educate the individual and educate the industry and people around. So if that was tied in with some form of rehabilitation, some form of contribution to organisations like Kick It Out that can help re-educate the individual and then proliferate that message where they can stand up in front of the generations of tomorrow and say, do you know what, I thought like this, I acted like this, I apologise, I know I was wrong, but now I've learnt that this is the way that it's to be done. I think that would be fantastic.
Your view is better late than never, I guess.
Of course, yeah, it's better late than never, but the industry's evolving, the issue is evolving, and we need to make sure that the way that we tackle these issues, you know, that we adapt with them. And it's way behind the curve, but it's a start. You know, and you've got to ask, would it have happened if it hadn't been for the voice of players who stood up and stood out, if it hadn't been for the actions of Kevin Prince Boateng, you know, bringing it to probably what was a global audience when all the stuff that we'd seen here was generally just an English and British audience. So, you know, I have to admire those guys and respect them for standing up for what they believe in, and let's hope that this is the beginning of significant change.
How do you explain UEFA's reluctance to take greater action defending certain countries that are more...
It's inexplicable. There is no rhyme, no reason for it. And that is what has led to my severe lack in confidence in their ability to make decisions and control the game, and the mechanisms for effecting change. You know, to change something within FIFA as a time scale of something like, I think it's between 18 months and 3 years, that's utterly ludicrous. You know, you should have a system in place that makes sure that changes are made diligently, you know, and that due consideration is placed on changes that are made. You don't want knee-jerk reactions, but yet again, you do need to be liquid in the way that you can adapt to the way that the industry changes. And I don't think that FIFA are set up for that. I don't believe that the FA is set up for that. I think that we as an industry need to really have a serious look at the way that we are formed and the way our processes actually are carried out.